One thing I did want to touch on before we get into the topics too is that obviously I was doing some a bit of research, watching some of the videos from back then, etc. And I have to say that as of last year, I'm really happy that the Apple keynotes don't have choruses of applause anymore. It was actually quite cringeworthy because the one that we actually discussed this in our first episode, which had to do with the Apple Watch and how they did the one more thing at that event, and everyone's like giving Tim Cook a standing ovation as he walks out with the watch on his wrist, and it just seems so cringy. It was cringy then, but I think it's just an extra level of it now. Looking back on it, about if anything was going to date something like an event like that, it's that sort of stuff.
Well, I think, the truth is that was already a fairly old presentation format, the keynote at that point. So it was probably on its last legs then. And of course, other tech companies have adopted similar keynote sort of offerings as well. And I think, probably maybe if there was one thing that maybe good came out of COVID was that it mercifully ended that sort of keynote. Now, probably from now on, we'll have the super produced Zoom presentations and you can applaud like crazy in the privacy of your own home.
It's much better that way. I did appreciate the Hollywood production values that were inputted into some of those in the past year or so, and let's hope they just keep it up. And not to mention, if you think about it, it's saving a lot of time, money and effort for all the people that weren't, say, Apple employees attending the event, who actually did go to the event from the media, etc. They don't have to go somewhere now. They can just watch the live stream and go at it accordingly.
I think that's changing everything. I mean, and the big question, maybe we'll answer it, in a year or two, is will those live presentations ever make a comeback? And you might be right there. You might have hit on something, maybe not.